I was going to die. I was on my way to Vancouver. I was flying to Vancouver. I was at LAX, and the script had been sent to my apartment, and my roommate at the time went into my mail, and she read the script, and she's like, oh my gosh, oh my god, you're all over the script. They totally expanded your character. You were a drug runner, blah, 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 blah. And it was just so much. I was like, wow. And then, as she was telling, I'm like, okay, well, hold on a second. They're really going in backstory, and I'm like, can you go to the last page of the chapter? And you know, the thing is, she'd only watched like my episodes, right? She didn't watch like the whole show, so she didn't really know what the memorial wall meant. So she was so much happiness and enthusiasm. She's like, hey, put your picture on the memorial wall. Right? And I'm just like, what? I'm dying? Oh my god! And I was like crying at the airport, and I kept saying, I'm dying. Oh my god, I'm dying. And I just see everybody around me just like, oh no, she's on the phone with the doctor, something bad. You know, I sobbed the whole way back to Vancouver, and then I had to we were shooting Unfinished Business, the boxing episode. So, you know, let all my aggression out on that poor brawny chick that I was fighting. But yeah, you know, I got the script earlier than I guess I was supposed to, and the producers hadn't called me yet. So, you know, of course I got on the phone with my agents and my manager, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? Why did they kill me? What did I do? You know, why did it have to be me? And then they called me, and you know, Ron and Harvey and David I called me, and you know, I cried and I begged, why can't you kill somebody else? But, you know, it's a war story, and, you know, they could have just blown me up in a ship real quick, and they gave me this beautiful episode that, you know, I couldn't have asked for a better way out. At first, when I got the script, I wasn't happy with it, and I thought it was kind of like, oh, so what, she goes on a suicide mission, or like, what is this? But when Kara said to me, she was like, you could have possibly been transporting Cylons. That's when everything just kind of made sense to me for Kat. You know, it's just like she was carrying around this. Yeah, that's when it kind of made sense. And I was like, oh, she's been carrying around this guilt this whole time. She could have possibly transported Cylons. And maybe had something to do with, you know, all these human sides. So, I don't know. I was really happy. And I got that nice scene with you again, which was, you know, a dream. It was really great.
It was very, even today, it was so hard. Anytime any of them, it was inside the story, it was ridiculously difficult. Outside the story, it was so painful, it was unbelievable. What that meant, but inside the story, it really became up. I think that's really why they allowed me to take Donna to such devastating levels, which they really weren't ready for. Because no one wrote down, Donna had become an alcoholic and drug user, addict, and completely just crashes and dies, just completely loses it. That was my choice, and I think that the choice was a strong one, and especially when Ty tells me that he's a silent, and that was just like, it was probably the most devastating moment that I had. That and the death of Kara.
Heartbreaking.
It's just like,
yeah.
Even more than when my son got blown up. It was terrible when he got blown up, but we were in the middle of the war, and we heard the explosion, we knew that he had been nuked, and we saw the nukes going at them, and we knew that it was over. Of course, he was a genius, and got him out of it, but it was devastating what Saul Ty's revelation did to Don. As you saw, it left him completely worthless. When Lee hits him, and he just says, to me, you know, it was just too much. And both of us stood there and we got ready to leave. Beer walk, just ready to go. Go ahead and take me out of here because I personally don't like it. Good question, because he has some really good feelings that he expresses about, you know, what it was like getting told to decide.
Well, just to go back a little bit, he's saying that the network having the nerve and the writers having the nerve to let him take it to the levels that he did, the suffering that Adama went through. Well, they didn't really let him take it to the length because we were rolling camera and Adama puts his fist through the mirror. And Ryan were the director and the writer just kind of go, whoa!